If everything's gone correctly, stream should be live. December is underway and Christmas swiftly approaches. What do we have now? 22 days until Christmas? It sneaks up quick. Haven't had snow out where I live just yet, but expect it's not so far away. I might need to up my volume here a little bit. I'll try this on for size. In the game, I have a pond to dig, some pads to reorder. I believe all the homes are built, at least for now. Outside of the game, work's not too exciting, but it's moving. I've got a bunch of D&D stuff to prep. I'll probably stream some of that later this week. And let me think, what else? I don't know, I'm in a bit of a brain fog. I've been for a while now, if I'm being completely honest, but to work we go. Gonna need cobble, andesite, slab stairs, blocks. It's been a minute. I guess only a few days, probably, but... Oh, here comes the night. Should probably harvest this before I forget about it again. It's nice to have books on hand, especially since my library is not fully filled up just yet. Excuse me, sir. Apologies. Ah, there we go. Getting close to 30 levels, meaning I can do some more enchanting, maybe. I don't know if that'll happen tonight or not. I have plans to hang out with a buddy later. I'm not sure if it'll be while I'm live or if I'll have to sign off for all that. Have another bite. Delicious. I've also got to reorder all my chests here pretty soon. They're getting packed. There is not much more space in these. Am I out of potatoes? It appears so. Okay, well I've got this. Oops. Ah, there we go. A little bit of food. This will do for now. So, I've got these salmon, they look like, and I'd like to eventually transplant them into here, but I need to make this pond look nice first. This is kind of going to be the centerpiece of this village here, although we might have a little flow into something here. That could be kind of fun. Maybe a small bridge over, leading into here. This is our library right here, / enchanting room. We're going to need bigger shelves, more of them. Yeah, I like that idea. Okay, so let's start with stone. We need a couple different variations of it. We've got nothing in there. That's right, I moved all my stone. I believe it was the last stream where I built this, this kind of blacksmithery. And right over here, we've got all of these with different kinds of rocks. Okay, we need these. We're going to need some cobble. We'll turn some of that into slabs. That's diorite. Here's the andesite I was looking for. That's some normal stone. I'll grab tuff and gravel as well. A good chunk of slabs here. And let us see what we can get done with this. I need that. Okay. So, this is the depth we're aiming for. Let's just start kind of building it out a little. I'm not going to be too precise just yet. I'm looking to just kind of shape things as best I can. Oops. We'll mix in some gravel where we can. And the rest right now, we're turning into andesite. Well, actually, some of this... We want to keep our andesite. Dirt's a cheaper resource to get. Instead, we'll put down some more stairs here, I think. Maybe something like this. There we go. That's a shape. Okay. Now we got a first layer of pond down. We'll work out our second one here. I think something like that. Maybe one of these. Ah, that's what I'm missing. Slabs for andesite. It's a good thing every house has a crafting table. Or just about anyways. Here comes rain. See, I said we don't have snow yet, but we have been getting a lot more of this. It's getting wet out in the old place I live, and honestly, I don't mind it so much. Rain's nice. It's not so nice to, you know, be super active outside in, but I'll take that for all the good it does the area. It's a pretty decent trade-off in my opinion. The whole goal is just to smooth out the edges a bit. Make it look a little more gradual of an incline instead of just sheer drops everywhere. I think we're doing an okay job at that. It's really hard to say until all's said and done, but so far I don't really have complaints on what it's looking like. Check to see if it's bedtime, because again, I have seen too many creepers blowing up my house. I am not ready for more of that. Let's drop some more gravel where we can. Something like that. A couple here. Maybe one here. Two here. Okay. For full blocks, we could go with some cobble. And then some andesite for the rest. Oops, too high. These are not flying fish, so it has to stay relatively low to the ground for them. We've got no fish in the area. I'm pulling off that Air Jordan signature look. So there's dolphins. I wonder if you can trap them. And by trap, I mean make them pets and care for them, but that's not quite how it would look from a logistical standpoint, I don't think. Okay, let's put down some more. Nope, it is definitely getting to nighttime now. I can see those lights are doing work. To bed I go. Okay. So, let's see if the rain stops. Indeed it does. Okay, clear skies, clear skies. I hear a zombie. Let's take a look around, make sure there's no creepers. Excuse me, sir. I really need to hear, so you're gonna have to disappear. Hey buddy, I see. You're doing your work. Keep up the good work. I'll deal with the loiterers. Thank you. Okay, gravel. We want to put more of this down. It is a messy enough kind of texture that it bridges that gap between cobble and andesite, in my opinion, which is something I desperately need here. I don't have access to all the blocks I'd like, but this is just a starter base. It doesn't have to be completely perfect, you know? Okay, that's good enough for that. And we're going to do some cobble where I think it would fit. And then andesite for the rest. Then we'll take a look at our final product and determine if we need some extra work going into this thing or if it'll do the trick. Let's see. Okay, we'll put some cobble down there. Andesite in there. Same thing here, just a block of cobble. Okay. So, this is our final pond. Not bad, not bad. I kind of like it. So one thing I do think is I need to put something in there, some kind of a... This stuff. Can I get that with a silk touch pickaxe? That's fortune. Where is that pickaxe? Maybe in here? Aha, okay. Let's give this a shot. Clear out a bit of space in my inventory and take a look at what we get when we hit this block. Absolutely nothing. Okay. That's fine. We're learning. I do recall seeing some kelp down this way. Where'd my... Excuse me. Sorry about that. Where'd my boat go? Oh, that's right. I think I left it over here. That pond's looking pretty good from a distance, I'll say that much. Quick spin move down the river. And this should, without too much of a fuss, lead me out to the ocean. I think if I just hang left here. So what I saw in the ocean was kelp. I think it was kelp anyways. Which is a useful block to me. Okay, that was a squid. Good to know. In case I need ink later. Yeah, no, but from what I recall, you can use kelp to make yourself like a... to turn flowing water into full blocks of it. Okay, so this dead end's good to know. That being said, I would like some sunflowers. It's kind of good I'm out here to collect some more wildflowers. I kind of needed these. Ooh. Do I have rose bushes? I do not remember. Well, more won't hurt. I'll take you. I'll take some of you. Realistically, I'm not going to use these flowers pretty much ever, but I like the option. If I see blocks I don't have, I can't not pick them up if I've got space in my inventory. Which is why bundles are actually a lot better of an item than I thought they were initially going to be. When I first heard about them, I thought, okay, it's kind of a lame... where's my bundle? A lame way of storing things, but no, there's actually some real value to it. A lot of red tulips, that's nice. Put you in there. Well, that's a cave. Let's take a quick peek and see if this thing's worth exploring later. It's right on my doorstep, so that'd be a nice kind of entry point. If it goes down. Nope, that's the end of it. It's a cool little overhang, though. I might build something small in there later. How would that do for a hobbit hole? It's not a horribly sized hill. Okay, I got sidetracked. I am looking for a boat. Did I pick it up? I did not, so it should be in this river over here. There it is. Can't forget this, because then I'd have to make another one later, and if there's nothing else you can say about me, you can say that I don't like wasting resources. Okay, so that's home over that way, meaning this should be the ocean out this way. So I think that's called kelp. Whatever it is, this is the block I was talking about. We're about to find out what it is. Kelp indeed. Okay, let's grab ourselves some of this. Got 4, 5, 6. Is there any other plants down here? Okay, so double checking, but I cannot grab this. This is my silk touch. It is. Nothing. Okay, good to know. Well, now I know. Also, there's a turtle over here, which is cool. Okay. Let's head home. I really like the... whatever's going on here. I am not used to playing Minecraft where there's reflections and stuff. Maybe it's always been this way and it's just that my computer can only now handle it. Or they've changed kind of a rendering thing going on here. And it looks nice. How's this cave? Goes down. So that's something. Maybe later. I can't get too sidetracked. I do not know how I'd get anything done then. I mean, you guys can probably tell from my streams, I cannot stay on topic very well. I've got that whole mapping thing, which I'd like to do more of. I've got... what else? Last Minute D&D, which was supposed to be an extended kind of series, not just Last Minute. There's also... oh, potatoes. There goes sidetracked again. Making music, yes. I've got a whole project I was going to post on this YouTube channel that we never got around to for D&D stuff. There's a billion things I'd like to do, but man, I cannot make myself do any of them, huh? Okay. Well, let's at least start with what I know. Okay, water should be on this first level now. That's a good start. Sun is setting. Looks like it's just about nighttime. I got... no! Okay, close call there. Hopefully I got time to drop some stuff off. We'll just... I don't want to risk it. Like I was saying before, creepers, they're my worst enemy. Awesome critters, don't get me wrong, but man, I cannot stand losing buildings. Yeah, here we go, let's see. I had no sunflowers. I had some pink ones, I had some red ones, I had some purple ones, some of those, and I did have rose bushes. Okay. That's good for my inventory space. Less exciting for my personal kind of collection, though. There we go. Now I think it's all filled in. That means we go to layer 2. Start back here. Go into there. We also need to go here. And here. And now this should be an infinite block. Did I jump a layer accidentally? No, I think I'm good. See, just with water on top of this, it's already looking way better. That blue is a nice, nice color. Okay, that makes 2. So one more will bring us up to the edge of the pond, it looks like. Unless I want to leave that there. No, I think I want to go the 3rd. All right, pond is complete. What I might do actually is build up a hair so I can have a couple of those blocks sitting high, because I did like how it looked. I do want to see if I can put some kelp down here. Looks like I can. That's huge. Fantastic news. Okay. We'll start there. I can break these if I don't want them later. Okay. We've got that. I suppose next I should put some fish in it. That's 1 and 2. I gotta name these fish, right? I mean, it just feels necessary. Although I've only got 2 name tags. We're going for it. They deserve it. They've been with me for a little bit. Now, what to name them? How about... Share the Cute story. And Bob LeBlanc. Can you name fish? You can. Alright guys, swim free. Or at least as free as this pond can grant you. We'll deal with that later. For now, this is the shape of the pond. I think I am going to build up a couple bits and pieces. Like, for example, this is going to scale up into a bit of a cliff. You know, maybe I should have done that before, but better late than never. Okay, let's see. It's pretty flat over here. We've got the entry from the bridge. Yeah, let's take a quick walk around actually and see what does need doing. This will either need filled in or reinforced at the very least. Bridge ends here. Off to the left, we've got our little village. We'll build a path in this way. Probably take these down, build some custom lights. Maybe pull this back a hair. I like a cliff here, but that does obscure a lot of our entryway here. Main kind of path. Something to open up and kind of focus on that. We've got our big koi pond here. Yeah, okay. So it's going to be pond, baby waterfall, bridge, and a tree right in here. Is what I'm thinking right now anyways. Over here, we got the pond. We can build our path up this way, up the cliff, maybe around the side, or a staircase carved into it. Okay, bridge. Question is, how do we get to the rest of the town that way? Wow, this stuff grows quick. Or I lucked out. How you doing, Sheriff? How's it going, Bob? Okay, well I guess let's start by working out this little bit of the pond. Suppose this story starts with a bit more digging. I should also probably fill this in. It did just break my shovel, which is not ideal, but it'll do. Okay. I guess another shovel's on the docket. What kind? Definitely not diamond. I'd like to enchant something eventually, but for now, we are stuck with iron. That should be a good base shape. So maybe pull back even a bit more. Okay. Same thing as before. We are going to take these blocks and kind of build up our pond a bit. Starting with you. Actually, I could turn you. Try that out. Okay, up here. Okay, there's baby pond. And I'm gonna want a little baby bridge. I don't know if this scale is gonna work very well. Like, I still really like this bridge, but it works best at that kind of large scale. 1, 2, 3. Tell you what, dude. Sure, I guess. No. I need to move this. If you'd be so kind as to follow me this way. I will put all of that in there for you. No? Nothing? What if I nudge you that way? Okay, we're almost there, Ox. I'm just going to try to get you a little further over this way. And we've got a copper chest with your name on it. And I mean that figuratively, but you were made from it. You got it? Perfect, buddy. Appreciate you. Okay, now back to what I was going to try here. Probably something out of diorite. Which, if I recall correctly, and I do, is this chest right here. I did leave my stonecutter over there. No biggie. That was over here. We'll turn half of you into slabs. We'll turn half of you into stairs. And that leaves us with not a lot. But that's fine. All part of the plan. Maybe. Okay. 1, 2, 3. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 between. Okay. We got a bit of time left. Okay, that's not horrible, but I am going to do that out of wood. What kind of wood? Maybe... I mean, it should be bamboo, right? Yeah. Oh dear, please let me sleep. I really am not good at gauging when nighttime actually happens. Looks like it's now. Oh, it took me like 6 guesses. Okay, what do we have? We got bamboo, which we're going to turn into... Sure. 2 of these. A bunch of these. That should be plenty. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Got that. Did I messed that up? Sure looks like I did. Okay. Understood. I mean, that's what I want, but I think I have to lift it half a block. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll tell you right now, this axe is definitely not lasting as long as I need it to. Okay. More iron. To the... Oh, hey, dude. Mind letting me borrow that? No? Alright, maybe next time. As I was saying, more iron. To the tool fund. There we are. This will do nicely. This will do more nicely. And back to work. Okay. Bridge has resumed construction. I'll try these. Does that ruin the shape of this bridge? Alrighty. Okay. Actually, that's not a horrible shape. Although it does look pretty goofy over here. Okay. I can do this. This needs to move back 1 block. Which actually works better, I think, with the overall shape. Sorry, getting a little distracted. With the overall shape of our pond here. Then I need 3 andesite. Alright, let's take a look. Well, that didn't work at all, did it? Are you okay, dude? Like, I see that you're moving, man, but it's slow going. Okay, I know what to do here. I am gonna need I think 4 more stairs. So this works out perfect if my math's not wrong. Although it is entirely possible that is the case. Yeah, I like that. Okay, now we need to determine where the water is spilling in from. Probably right here. Would be my pick. And voila, we've got a waterfall. Okay, big pond feeds into baby pond. Baby pond is being filled up. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. We're actually getting pretty close, I think. Baby pond is filled. This bridge looks too tall. Oh man, I do like it though. It just feels kind of unnecessary. I can build up a little bit. That's the trick. Okay. Start by dropping off some of these. Nope, that's the wrong place. There we go. Okay. I do like this pond. Use some work in terms of wildlife. So, fauna? Flora? Flora. We've got the fauna. We've got a little bit of flora. What I need is... Are you moving anything or did you get trapped? You got really trapped, man. Maybe this is not the place for you. And I don't mean that in a mean way, man. Ox, you're doing a great job. Just... The sorting is not going at a speed that I can accept. And again, this is not a reflection on you. I may have just asked too much of a copper golem. Okay, so we're going for another rim. I want it to be about... here. Maybe I don't need that. Okay. I think this is the way. We build it up a bit. Ultimately, it doesn't amount to much, but makes it feel a little more elevated. Okay, I'm starting to really like this. It's coming together nice. There we go. We made it. I do need to finish this with one of these and one of those. That'll work. We got Cherith Cute Story, blah blah blah, and we need one more fish down here. For those who don't know, these are a reference to a TV show that I used to really enjoy. Still do, but I used to too. It's called Arrested Development. It is rapid fire comedy, but it's pretty fantastic. I don't know why, but I've been thinking about it a lot recently. I know they made a kind of a reboot or it's either the 4th or 5th season on Netflix. I did not enjoy it. I didn't finish it. I got a couple episodes in and had to just drop it. But, you know, some people might love that story. Maybe it's their favorite season. It's just not for me. The first 3 or 4, though, fantastic. Some of the funniest TV I've ever seen, probably. And this stuff grew quick. I do my best to harvest it without punching this dude in the face. Excuse me, sir. Please move. Thank you. Did I say that stuff harvested quick? Because if so, I meant to say grow. Interesting. Okay, so you cannot put this on... Huh. Okay. Has to be on grass, it looks like. Which is intriguing to me. Okay, Silk Touch. Get ourselves a nice piece of grass. Also, don't forget to replace. What should I do for a path in this place? For like ground cover. There's path blocks. I'm not sure if that's the direction I want to go though. I might go for, what is it? There's the dirt that doesn't turn into grass. Looks a little more coarse. Coarse dirt, that's the word I'm looking for. I also know there's a rooted dirt. I don't know how you make that, though. So this should be dirt and gravel to make coarse dirt, I believe. Hey Alex, what are you up to, buddy? You seen much gravel recently? I thought I had some over here. Is it really just one stack? So that's a real shame. Okay, well that'll be a project for later then. Longer term. By longer, I mean, still pretty short scale, but not at this very moment anyways. Oh, okay. Second question. I've got these fancy bushes somewhere in here. 7 of them. Do these have to be placed on dirt? It appears so. Well, it's not ideal. I can still make it work. I'll place these near water, I think. Just to be consistent. Have I ever told you you're doing a great job? Well, keep it up, Ox. You're killing it. Look full grown. Fantastic news. Okay, we've got our pawns built. I suppose what I can work on is just... it's not even really working. I can just make some path blocks here. Oh yeah, I forgot you're down here. Excuse me, sir. Would you mind terribly if I evicted you? Actually, I don't have to evict you. Instead, I believe what I can do is... maybe not. Okay, so I had a boat a second ago. You know what happened to that boat? No? Okay. Well, how about this one? You good? Cool. We're good. Okay, well, if I'm calling it on this little terraforming project for now, just temporarily anyways, I've got the pond built. Later on, I want to turn this into a cliffside, so I'm going to need more stony blocks. I need coarse dirt, so I need a bunch of gravel. What else do I need to do right now? Lighting. Got lanterns on most of the buildings. I could extend that more and do some street lighting along the roads. That's all I can do here for now. Well, that's not entirely true. I could keep going, but I don't know if I want to right now. Okay, which one becomes the farmhouse? Probably the one by the farm. Means this building. Or that building. Okay. Sorry, I'm running a little low on steam. Hasn't been that long of a day, but for some reason my energy levels are just not here. I'm at 22 levels. I need 30 to do more enchanting. At some point I'd like to do that. That is not an immediate necessity. I've got shears. I guess while I'm thinking about it, let's go shear that beehive that was over here. Pick a fight with some angry bees. That's 2. I wanted 3. Coming or no? Really? No anger this time, huh? Okay. It's fine by me. What do we need for a candle? It is, I believe, honeycomb and string. String. I'm making a bunch of candles. String would be useful. String, I need spiders. Because right now I've got what? 22 of them? Well, hey. For a start, that's 3 candles. Okay, so I've turned a fountain into a koi pond. The church into this pagoda. All the homes have been kind of renovated to fit their size, roughly. This one's been the most changed, I'd say. Because I built it into a blacksmith, which it originally was not. Is it nighttime? Almost. Okay. Yep, nothing yet. I know the drill. Why am I still waiting on this guy to grow? We'll try you right here. I guess since I'm doing nothing right now, I can start by just cleaning up this old portal frame. And maybe... Ouch. Ouch again. Okay, we don't want to be falling in lava, so I'm going to put this bucket over here like I've been doing with the rest of these. How much more active lava is there? Hopefully just the one. And it looks like that might be the case. So we got 15, I believe, if I'm doing my math right, because this is a 4x4 cube minus 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 15 little lava blocks in there. We'll see how much of a pit this digs out once I've kind of removed all the nether blocks. Looks like more than I had hoped for. Wow, this goes kind of deep. Holy smokes. Drops down a ways. Why am I using Silk Touch, though? Ow, 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 ow. Please stop. Thank you. Okay, now I know I was using the Silk Touch. It's a little slower, which actually helps in this case. Just slow down the breakage, the breaking, whatever you want to call it. Please hold just 1 second. Gotta respond to a message I got. Okay, back to it. Oops. More... Oh, man, I'm all over the place. More nether stuff, huh? Well, you gotta give it to them. They build these portals deep. I just wish there was more obsidian to gain out of it, too. Not just netherrack. That's easy enough to come by. Why do you go that far down? We gotta be getting close. One would hope, anyways. Or not. Oh man. Just keeps going and going and going. This may have been a mistake. I thought it was going to be a few blocks, but we're pretty far into this, whatever you want to call it, endeavor, journey. And the end does not seem nearer than when I began. I'm not even going to bother collecting it all at this point. It's netherrack. You can find that anywhere, you know? Why that far down? Okay, it's nighttime. Time for bed. Yeah, we're almost through. There is barely any nether portal remains left. However, the land is now pockmarked with the scars of this other world. Dug deep into the hills here. Fantastic. I think that wraps it up. Looks horrible. That'll have to get filled in eventually. I'll be right back. All right, back again. Apologies for that. I was just having a brief conversation with my actually, you guys know him. It's JB. We were talking about tattoos briefly, and he's got a few of his own. He was looking to maybe getting some more. He asked me what I was thinking about. Pretty much if him, I, and one of our other friends would get tattoos together. I told him I don't know for sure. I think tattoos are cool. I don't know if there's anything I really want permanently on me, you know? I'm a pretty indecisive guy to begin with. At least with anything that seems lasting. And to me, that's kind of the extreme of that, right? At least as far as physical attributes or changes. Sorry, I got sidetracked by my own thoughts pretty hard there. Tattoos. Again, yeah, I think they're cool. I think they're awesome. I think if they mean a lot to you, that's great. And a good way of kind of remembering things or, memorializing them anyways. I just don't know if there's anything I want that would make sense to permanently kind of brand onto myself. I won't lie, I do like seeing the really bad tattoos as well. Just things that, like, no regrets type of deal. Pictures of grandma, but she looks kind of like a dog. Things that are written backwards. But then there's also, on the flip side, some fantastic artwork, I am shocked how well some people can do with just ink alone. Then you got like tribal tat stuff, designs, geometric patterns. I don't know, it's art. You could do anything with it, but I mean, tell me what you think. If anybody's seeing this, leave a comment. I'm interested in hearing other viewpoints aside from my own and those I've spoken with in person. I don't want that pit there. I'm just gonna grab my dirt and deal with this. Okay, dirt. Should be in this chest. Yep. I think we're gonna need a good chunk of it. This might not be enough, I'm being completely honest. Alright, well let's just start at the edge and see where this leads us. It's nighttime again. That was an invisible spider dropping in? What was that? That was strange. Okay. Back to daytime, back to chores. Alright. Zombies, excuse me, sir. Drop your carrots and leave in peace. Biz. Oh, the creepers are back. This is my greatest fear. Alright. Nightmare mode engaged. Chat GPT. Play Despacito. Look at that, I'm mixing memes now. Okay. That's one hit. That is one hit. Alright, coming at you like a gator. That's 2 hits. 2 hits! Oh, that was 3. You're done for. Alright, you next. Don't get jawsed. The world's not safe, alright? I'm gunning for you. I do want your XP. Please. And thank you. Okay, creeps are gone. Except for the one in the water, am I right? Hey, that's a joke. Alright, is this farm done? Because I really need some more food soon. Not even remotely. They're growing, but it's slow going. How much dirt do I have left? Half a stack? That is not going to be enough for my purposes here. How much do I need to fill in still? A lot. Holy smokes, I completely missed that. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. Guess I'm grabbing the rest of my dirt, and we will give this a shot. I'm not letting the nether and their half-baked portals ruin my day, alright? This was my bounty, I suppose. In exchange for just about all the dirt I've got to fix up that terrain. I built a pond here. I built a village here, or rather, renovated one. I can't let a little placing of dirt get in my way. Okay, that's just a cave. I'm leaving that. I do like how fast the grass is kind of overcoming all this dirt. I don't remember that being the case in older versions. Felt like it took a year and a half to kind of change back. And while that might be an exaggeration, it's no joke that took longer than it should have. I still don't think we're going to have enough, though. It takes, frankly, kind of absurd amounts of dirt to fill in space here. So I might need to go hunting for levels just to get a better shovel so I can just grab dirt for my purposes later, you know? I need to make some paths, and my current amount of soil is not going to cut it. Okay, how's this look? Well, it still needs work over here. Unless I flatten instead of raise. Okay, that's something. Oop, and I've fallen. Okay. Taking you. Welcome to the party. You're now part of 47. You need filled in. As do you. As do you. Any other deep pockets? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. We actually might have enough dirt to finish this. Functionally, I just don't want this looking like a an Enderman farm where they've just been going to town on every block in the region, so just getting it flat like this is going to be enough for me, I think. Plus, if I decide to, I can build something here now. I like variable terrain, but flat spaces are pretty important for building. At least making it easy on yourself. Okay, now I got this nice flat area. That's the cave down there. Yeah, we're going to call it there. Maybe just break a few of these blocks to smooth out the edge of the hill. Yep, okay. That's the move. Break that just to break some of the symmetry. The cows. Ooh, that's rough. I got a custom rule. Or custom, what am I talking about? This is standard. Any cow that looks at the sun has to die. I'm sorry, man. You gotta go. Now, lucky for you, you didn't quite meet the standards of the second rule there, which is any cow that sees his buddy executed and does nothing also has to go. I won't take a lack of loyalty. You best keep your eyes facing that way. Alright, and it's dangerous over here. Okay, you pass. For now. Oh, yeah, okay. I see you. No peeking. This nice little riverway. That leads out to the ocean. Better not look up. Okay, flat space. What can I build here? I've already got a pagoda. Otherwise, I'd build a larger one here. Sorry, had to dip for a second. Where did that come from anyways? People started saying dip to mean leave. I wonder what the origin of that all is. I extended this out so it meets the bridge. This is a nice looking bridge, although it is a little out of place here, but I don't have a whole lot of options for size. Oops. Hey, bud. Hey, did you see that? Not for long, you didn't. I know that didn't make sense, but you won't live to tell the tale. Although I don't think you were living to begin with, if I'm being completely honest with you. Okay, I got a lot of stuff I gotta unload here. Blocks. We'll start with you. All of my dirt. All of yous. Flesh. Gunpowder. Carrots. Seeds. Leather. Okay, so I might hop back on later if I feel like it, but for now I gotta go. I got some plans. For anybody watching or anybody who had watched, appreciate you for stopping by. Take care and see you around.